kind of made a funny face right when we went live. It's going to be a funny
Whatever.
thumbnail this time. Anyway, hey, good morning.
Good morning.
Happy Monday, April
11. Yay.
April 11th, which means only 8 days to your birthday.
Oh, stop.
April 19th, right? Yep. There we go. Anyway, hey, good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
And a special welcome to like Easter week, Holy Week, as some call it. It's just,
why do they call it that?
well, it's just the last week of Jesus. Actually, and you know what? Well, the last week of Jesus's ministry on earth, not the last week of Jesus. And actually, as we go through Mark's gospel, we're going to start like the whole summer. We're going to spend going slowly through the final week of Jesus, the week that changed the world.
Oh, during the summer. So we're going to mix it up.
Yeah.
What are we talking about this Sunday then?
Well, we're going to talk about the resurrection this Sunday. Glad you asked. We started a new series, Face to Face with Jesus, just looking at encounters people had
that was weird.
with
Sorry.
Jesus. And so we started with the Samaritan. I still hear Carlos, Samaritan woman.
I know. Okay, I guess you had to be there.
Yeah, so I was up preaching, and Carlos did that as we circled up to pray. And as I start preaching, and I said, we're going to be talking today about the Samaritan woman. And all I could hear was Carlos saying, Samaritan woman. So,
What is that? It's a song.
yeah, the song, who sings that? Is
I
it
don't know.
Lenny Kravitz, maybe? American Woman?
Oh, it's not Samaritan.
No,
Woman.
it's
Okay, I'm like, what song talks about Samaritan woman? That's so weird.
it's American Woman that I think,
Okay.
I don't know. If anyone watching, if anyone ever watches, you can comment. My guess is
Or
Lenny
not.
Kravitz, but anyway, we started
Anyway.
with the Samaritan woman at the well,
Yes.
and then this week we're going to talk about Thomas, and really the story of Thomas is it's kind of like the after the resurrection, but I'm trying to think of the literary term for when a story. I think it's the climax where
Are
it
we going to
reaches.
sing the gravy song?
I don't know.
Oh, I need to talk to Carlos. That's
You
my
do.
favorite Easter song.
Okay, you need to explain the gravy song.
Okay, when I was a kid, we always, I went to a church that we sang out hymnals, which I actually really liked. And so my favorite Christmas song, it's
Easter song.
It actually says, lo, in the grave he lay, Jesus, my savior. But I always thought it meant, I always thought it said, lo, in the grave he lay. So in the gravy. So anyway, so I just always pictured as a kid, Jesus laying in the gravy. So. And I
have
like
word
it
face.
because then it's like, up from the grave he arose with a mighty triumph for his foes.
He rose.
Oh no, it does say he rose. Okay. But you got all the different parts.
See, I grew up singing those men parts there.
Oh, well.
Heroes. With my like high-pitched 8-year-old voice trying to sing like the men. Heroes.
We sang a men and women song yesterday at church, and I sang the men's part because I liked it better.
And I've always liked the women's part of that song better, and I've never done it, so I sang the women's part.
Yeah,
so we were
singing like opposite.
We were a little. I don't know if that was rebellious or just kind of
I'm rebellious. I don't like
singing the song in a fresh way. Anyway, so my point about Thomas is it's really the climax.
Thomas, sorry.
It's really the climax of the Gospel of John, because you come to that point where he just, Jesus says, "Here, touch the nail prints and the scar," and he just says, "My Lord and my God," and that's just the, and then right after that, it's these things I have written so that you all talks about blessed are you because you have seen, but more so those who believe and who have not seen yet still believe. And so it's
like
really
the Samaritan woman. Oh wait, no, she did see.
She did see.
Sorry.
like you and me and people, people who have not seen.
It's actually the Samaritan woman. Jesus told her he was the Messiah.
Yeah,
that was cool.
And that again, search the Gospels. I mean, you see some of that at the trials before the crucifixion, but you don't see that just normally in Jesus's ministry.
It's like, the Messiah will come. How did he phrase it? The
one I who you speak to am he, or something
it was a weird way, but
So
sorry, I was looking at the crows. I'm feeding the crows and befriending them. They like peanuts.
I do too, but you never give me peanuts.
There's some in the house.
Anyway.
That was weird.
So what should you do on Easter week? I mean, there's the one side of, hey, you should invite your friends, but I think there's kind of an introspective side to Easter week.
Like reflecting,
to spend each day thinking about, like yesterday would have been the triumphal entry. And maybe just pick a gospel. I mean, in my Bible reading right now, I'm reading through Old Testament. I'm in the book of Judges, but New Testament, I'm reading the Gospel of Luke. And
so you're telling me I could stop reading Jeremiah? That's actually a good idea, because I was reading Jeremiah this morning and I'm like,
or just skip to chapter 31.
It's just hard reading Jeremiah, the first part of it. It's very sad.
Yeah. But I've been enjoying.
Okay, so tomorrow
I've been enjoying Luke's gospel, though, because I read, a few chapters of the Old Testament, one chapter of the New Testament. And so I'm currently in Judges in the Old Testament, but in Luke's gospel. And it's fun, like preaching through one gospel, but then reading another gospel, like a chapter at a time.
Yeah.
And so I'm right at the end where I'm in the last week of Jesus. I think I'm in chapter 20 or 21. But anyway, you just kind of walk through this final week. And a lot of it was, being tested by the Pharisees and the Sadducees, and, do we pay taxes to Caesar, or whose wife will she be in the resurrection? All these great questions trying to stump Jesus.
I was thinking read through like the arrest and the.
Well, no, that's where it goes. But that's the final week. You have the triumphal entry, and then you have this section where they're just trying to trap him, and then eventually it leads to the Last Supper, and then the arrest. And so if you just start with pick a gospel and start with the triumphal entry into Jerusalem, and then just work your way slowly.
Do they all say all of those?
John's gospel is interesting because John starts in chapter 13. And in John 13, that's where you have Jesus washing the feet of the disciples. And so what John does that's different is he devotes, like 5 or 6 chapters to these conversations that Jesus had with the disciples.
Okay.
Between John 13 and John 19, 20. John has 21 chapters. So I'm trying to remember if the crucifixion is 19 or 20, but I would assume it's anyway. From John 13, I mean that's not even the triumphal entry. That is the Last Supper, and you still have 5 or 6 chapters before you get to the resurrection. So that's an interesting one to hear in-depth teaching that Jesus had, really kind of in between the cross or the upper room and the Garden of Gethsemane. Really.
So really, you could just read about that.
Yeah.
Not
or in the other Gospels, Matthew, Mark, and Luke, which are similar and known as. Anyone? The Synoptic Gospels, because they're similar.
Anyone? I don't know those words.
The Synoptic Gospels do kind of walk through more, the triumphal entry and then the testing
in a
trials.
theology lesson right now.
Yeah, not theology.
I was just asking a question.
Yeah, you asked which one was best, and I was explaining the differences between.
Yeah, I never got the difference. So what?
Okay. Matthew, Mark, Luke.
Say it in actual
Matthew,
words.
Mark, and Luke will say, here's a triumphal entry. Here's Jesus being tested. Here's the, so the testing he goes through. Eventually the Lord's Supper, arrest. So it kind of walks through the week. Whereas John kind of starts with.
So he doesn't have the triumphal entry?
I think it does.
Okay.
You caught me off guard there, but
sorry. Just, you said read through a gospel. I'm like, which one's best?
My point is with John, the difference is you're going to read a whole lot more of Jesus specifically instructing his disciples. But that's where you read, I'm the vine, you're the branches.
So the other gospels don't have that.
No.
Okay.
And so anyway, just pick one. Any will work. But that's a great thing to do this week leading up to Easter.
I think I will do that. Take a hiatus from Jeremiah, and I will start with that.
Yeah, because Jeremiah talks about this new covenant that is coming, and you can skip
not yet.
ahead.
He's still talking about doom and destruction.
Oh.
So I read about doom and destruction. It's kind of depressing. I mean, there was a part where it's like, do you think God can't see you? And it's like, okay, well, yeah, God sees everything. So you do learn about God through this.
You do.
So,
and in our Easter week, it's going to lead up to the Good Friday service.
Our Easter meaning the Bridge Church?
Yeah.
Okay.
And our family. It's going to lead up to the Good Friday service, which is at 6:00 p.m.
Yes.
It's going to be 7:30 in Spanish. So we're not doing bilingual this year. We're doing
So,
two separate ones.
6:00 English, 7:30 Spanish.
Right. And that's just a great
Anything
time.
going on? Sorry.
On Saturday?
Yeah, that's a great time to what? I didn't mean to interrupt you.
Saturday's a good family day.
It is a good family day. Dye some Easter eggs.
So
Talk about
we're
the resurrection. Do your resurrection eggs if you've ever
Yeah.
had those. We
So-
used to have those for our kids.
so and our kids,
Our kids are
probably
now
two of them
adults.
are coming in for Easter, so
Three.
that will be
We have
nice.
three.
Oh well, yeah. I was
Garrett's our kid too.
including our son.
I claim him.
Our daughter, our son, and the son-in-law will be coming in for the weekend.
Yay! I get to see my kids.
And then Easter Sunday when we get to sing the gravy song. So
we will miss
it'll
you,
be good.
Miranda. Oh yeah,
um,
the gravy song. Make sure that happens.
and then the week after Easter, we'll be back here in our backyard for a welcome dessert.
Ooh, yay!
So we'd love to have
And
you
it's
come join
spring.
us.
The wisteria is not really blooming anymore, but
Nope.
other things are blooming.
But it gives us shade now, so that's good.
Overgrown and oh well.
It
I
is
did
okay.
not plant vegetables this year, in case anyone's wondering. I might still. You never know.
Sounds good. All right. Well, hey, we're going to sign off for today. We hope you have a great Monday at the
Yes.
beginning of Easter week, Holy Week. And again, just keep intentionally setting your mind on the cross and the empty tomb, not just over the weekend, but throughout the week. Just intentionally bring those thoughts to mind. And we hope you have a great week. We'll see you this weekend. Goodbye, everyone. God bless. We love you.
Bye.
We'll talk to you soon.